Can you believe it that we are back once again? And would you believe it is our first one of 2026? So yes, I know it's obviously that period now where everyone is sort of done with saying things like, "Oh, Happy New Year," or "Oh, did you have a good Christmas?" Because of course, when you go back to work, that is literally what everyone is asking you, and it does get a bit tiring, doesn't it, when you are having to say it to well, I don't know how many people you have when you work, but if you have got a fair few people, it does kind of get tiring when people say, "Did you have a good Christmas? How was your Christmas? How was your New Year?" And then of course you just sort of saying, you'll usually start your first question or your first answer, so to speak, with a full explanation. It's like, yeah, I got into a lot of stuff. Yeah, I did this, did this. But towards the end, of course, you're just gonna say, "Yeah, it was good." So anyway. Yes, welcome along everyone to the Changing Faces podcast. We're at double digits now, episode 10 of the podcast. And can I say that things are going to change with Changing Faces podcast? Maybe not so much, because we have got a heck of a load of stuff to get through, because of course we are a monthly podcast. So lots of things go on in and around the internet and lots of different parties and so on. There's just a lot that goes on. That's all I can say. But what I can say, though, to you is we've got it all coming up this evening. And actually, one of the other things we've got coming into the show halfway through, so to speak, we've got our second ever guest joining us on the Changing Faces podcast. Just to give you a brief hint of who the person is, you've actually just heard their music a few seconds ago for the intro, because she is responsible for that. And this person has recently released an album for 2026, and we're going to be talking a bit about that more later on in the show. But of course, before all that, we've got all the news to get into, and then we've got all the things from the web. Dave Collins joins me, but we'll get to him in a second. You stay right there, Dave, and finish that drink. But later on, we've got, like I said, we've got the news, and so we've got news about a new opening, a new club in Berlin, which is always good to hear. We've got a bit of beef that we've recently seen regarding a Liverpool rapper. Then we've got we've got more festival lineup announcements going on in the US, which a lot of people were talking about. So we're going to go over that later on in the show as well. And then, of course, we've got a whole stuff that we've seen lately on the web. We've got things like a recap of a potential Christmas disruptive viral song, which is coming out from Mongolia. We've got cake coming to you very, very fast as well. We've got what happens when another certain type of animal attends a festival without a ticket. We've got a very random DJ interaction coming to you very shortly. And we've got a random clip of what the lengths people go to get to do like a very creative music video. More on that later. And then we're going to have a bit of a throwback to something that I think a lot of people have seen, but I just wanted to cover it again just because it came up to my feed and I was like, do you know what? That's actually a really funny video, so we'll get into that as well. And then we've also got an opinion little video to discuss about, which is a type of heckling that we saw. But of course, I'm not doing it alone, because it's Dave Collins, and he's also got a hot drink, just like I do as well.
Mate, it's too cold. It's freezing.
It is. It literally is. So I'm also prepped for it well.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah? All good?
What are you drinking?
Oh, just my coffee. Nothing special.
Scotch.
Fucking hell.
You know how I like it. I love scotch. Scotchy scotch. Down to my belly. No. A remedy that my mum has actually gave me the idea of, which was to have hot water and turmeric with a bit of pepper in it. It's it's a very healthy remedy to
Sounds
have.
very healthy. Yeah.
It is very, very healthy. Obviously, Dave, you were in the background, but I'm sure you heard some of those things that we're going to get into in a minute. Does any of this surprise you?
No. What must this be surprised about? Sorry.
Well, I mean, just some of the things that we're going to be covering. So, obviously, as mentioned earlier in the show, we're going to be covering, doing a bit of a recap of a Christmas song that came out of Mongolia that we're going to review. We're going to be looking about something about cake very instantly. What happens when an animal attends a festival? A random DJ interaction. The lengths that people go to do a creative music video. A throwback to an overqualified drummer in Japan. And a POV of some heckling going on in the DJ booth. Does any of that surprise you?
All right, let's do it.
Yeah,
I
I
want
mean,
to see
there's
this. Yeah, I want to
there's
see this drone in Japan as well. That sounds
oh,
interesting.
absolutely. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I have a feeling you may have seen it, and a lot of viewers and listeners may have also been may have seen this before as well, because it's done the rounds, so to speak. But it's just something we haven't covered yet. But of course, I know we're very late into the intros, but of course, quick reminder to everyone watching on YouTube, welcome along, everyone. So please make sure you like and subscribe and follow for more content of the podcast platform. And of
I
course, for
love
any
it.
listeners in the house, you know where to listen on your favorite podcast platform. I'm not going to read them all out this time round, but we're going to jump straight into it, of course. And now, obviously, when it comes to doing like basically demonstrating music, obviously, when it comes to YouTube, we can't really do that because usually you get a copyright strike. But I am aware that it's only really an issue if if you are getting a lot of money from YouTube. But at the moment we're not, so I'm gonna sort of like, if we do get copyright claimed for this, if we get massively famous or whatever, we're gonna have to just take the hit on this because we can't watch this in complete silence. But Dave Collins, I'm not sure if you came across this Mongolian Jingle Bells, a bit of a recap from the Christmas just gone. But I want to get everyone's opinion on this.
Jingle a bell, jingle all the way. Yo, what a fun it is to ride on a Mongolian open sleigh. Yo, jingle a bell, jingle all the way.
Wow.
It is to ride on a Mongolian open sleigh. Ho, jingle a bell, jingle all the way. Yo, what a fun it is to ride on a Mongolian open sleigh. Yo, jingle a bell, jingle all the way. Yo, what a fun it is to ride on a Mongolian open sleigh. Yo, jingle a bell, jingle all the way. Yo, what a fun it is to ride on a Mongolian open sleigh.
Oh my god.
Oh, jingle a bell, jingle all the way. Yo, what a fun it is to ride on a Mongolian open sleigh. Yo, jingle a bell, jingle all the way. Yo, what a fun it is to ride on a Mongolian open sleigh.
You know, for some reason, I can just picture Santa Claus blasting this out his sleigh as he's going around, sort of thing. You know.
And just to add a bit extra context, this came from courtesy of at @nexter_TV on X, and it says, quote, Mongolian Jingle Bells takes social media by storm. Dutch DJ Umut Ozkan added a new layer of flavor to the famous Christmas song, and listeners loved it. What are your thoughts on that, Dave?
I mean, wow. When are we? I feel bad I didn't hear this over Christmas. This should have been like all over the place.
I mean, it's the commenter at Deafy Apes says, quote, on Christmas Eve, Genghis Khan would be proud. So yeah, that was a bit of a recap, of course, because as I said to viewers before, Dave, obviously this is our first one of 2026. We haven't seen anyone or done a podcast since disappearing for Christmas and the New Year. But yeah, that was a wee little highlight for you here. The other one we're going to get into as well is obviously like I said very quickly, cake, Dave. Cake.
What cake?
This cake.
Oh no, are we talking like yeah, okay.
do you know what the best thing about this is? Look at the freeze frame before I play it. Look where the cake is.
Where is it?
It's this here.
Oh right, so it's mid shot in the middle of the air. I love it.
Now the thing is, of course, and also I love the fact that this gentleman here is also directly above it. He's literally about to witness this behemoth cake, because let's be honest, it's not small. We're talking about a full platter size cake here. But in case anyone's wondering, this is courtesy of Don.Techno on Instagram. And this is a clip of one of Steve Aoki's famous performances, if you remember this, Dave. And he has this thing about throwing cakes into the crowd. However, most clips that you often see, correct me if I'm wrong, but most clips I often see is you'll often see the clip of Steve Aoki throwing it, but you never really see the result. But this would be the first time we're seeing such things. So take a look at this.
That was kind of funny.
Because let's be honest, he does not do it lightly. He absolutely like fires it. Like it hits this poor woman so fast and so hard, it literally knocks her over. But I mean, hey, some people really want it, but like it's, I'm not sure if how many people actually want to get caked, but of course, there is some poor sod who will be on the receiving end of this. So, Dave, from seeing this, do you want to get caked by Stevie Aoki anytime soon?
No, I'm good. I'm all right, man. Although it will be kind of nice, like I can imagine someone gets caked, everyone's just sort of like eating the cake afterwards in the middle of the rave, like, oh yeah.
I just think the lengths that people go to get Steve Aoki booked, because of course I'm pretty sure it's not Steve Aoki baking these bad boys behind the scenes. I'm sure he's got some wild ass baker.
See, I reckon someone should throw a cake at Steve Aoki one day. That's what I want to see.
Do you reckon? Like people in the crowd?
Yeah.
People in the crowd just get like a whole lot of platters.
I think everyone should just bring little tiny cupcakes or something to the next gig and just lob it at him,
Yeah, I mean, it is. It is like it's something very unique. Let's just put it that way. I can't say if it really makes if it really makes performances really unique, but I mean, where else can you get cake thrown at you by the DJ, right?
Right.
That's what one way of putting it. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, we're gonna stick with festivals because things always happen at festivals. As me and you, Dave, have learned that most of the weirdest stuff and most bizarre things you come across is usually at festivals. Let's be honest. But of course, we've gone from Stevie Aoki throwing some cake to going very natural now in basking with nature, so to speak, because this is what happens when a certain animal decides to join a festival. Again, I've never seen this before in my life, but let's just see this.
What is that?
So, a mole attends a festival without a ticket.
This mole's probably like, what the hell is going on?
Well, do you know what I was thinking? Obviously, his natural habitat is underground there, but if you can imagine all that bass from the speakers and everyone's like stomping the ground, he must be thinking, what the hell is going on outside? So, yeah, so can't say I've ever seen a mole at a festival before. But yeah, so that was you could argue that is another bit of a recap, if you like, of festivals of last year. But yeah, this was courtesy of Lad Bible on Instagram. Another quick random thing to see. And speaking of random, what a great sledgeway into probably the most random DJ interaction I've probably not ever seen, because I've seen some really wild stuff, but this would be up there with the most strangest DJ interaction going. Dave Collins, want to get your second opinion of this, of who's weirder in this, the DJ or this person or this gentleman here? I'll play it, and then for audio listeners, we'll describe it to you. But Dave Collins, your instant reactions to this.
Play that again, mate. going on?
The way he goes for his hand, and then like for some random. So, ladies and gents, for those who are listening, what we're seeing here is we're seeing a DJ performing, and there's a group of people in front. One of the guys who's dancing in front, is really enjoying the music. Decides to turn around and go and sort of open his hand up to sort of like I don't know. He goes to fist pump the DJ, and for whatever reason, the DJ grabs hold of his hands, then decides to slap him over the side of the face, back of the head, and then decides to fall over sideways, taking the mixer with him, or two mixers. He's got two mixers with him. But Dave Collins, ever seen any interaction like that before?
I think the DJ is pretty drunk then. Yeah, that's my vibe.
Yeah. Bree10_dat_boy from 13 weeks ago says, quote, DJ drunk AF.
Yeah.
That should be his name, if I'm not mistaken.
Drunk AF. Not a bad name. It would fit on that lineup you signed the other week, right?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. And then actually more on lineups later on, but yes, you could. It's Wunderling says, quote, a handshake isn't enough. The gratitude must be overwhelming. Smoking Zaza.wav says, quote, I really can't tell if it's AI because they move so unnaturally, but the real name of the mixer saying tractor, making me believe it's real, but could be a good fake though. I don't think that's fake.
You think that's fake? I don't know. That looks pretty real to me.
Yeah, I mean, let us know if you think it's fake, but I don't know, like interactions like that aren't like, I think I don't know. I don't think that's the case.
I mean, you notice behind the decks he's got a bottle of vodka as well. So like his theory holds up.
Yeah, absolutely. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, I think the more you see it, it's just the chaos about it. So, and of course, music goes off as well as soon as he falls over as well. But this is courtesy of Future House Music, all one word, on Instagram. But yes, random DJ interaction that was. But then we're going to move on to music video, so to speak, or this was a clip taken from a music video. And I've captioned it here of the lengths that people go to, but essentially, this is quite alarming that this person did this stunt. This isn't the actual fully edited music video. This is just a clip, a raw footage clip of this singer doing this. So, of course, the audio is raw as well. So it's not actually the music. But before we go into it, this is courtesy of @KiraWon'tMiss on X. Dave Collins, I want your opinion on this creativity of this music video.
Look at you, baby. I just can't walk away. Is it really worth saving? Cause I can't seem to erase the memories of
Yeah.
Look at
What?
you, baby. I just can't walk away. Is it really worth saving? Cause I can't seem to erase the memories of
Yeah.
So, Dave Collins, how about that for creativity?
Yeah, maybe 1 out of 10 IQ, but yeah, 9 out of 10 for cost saving. I don't know, like
it does make me wonder. It makes me wonder if, like, obviously the cameraman's walking back. I wonder if there was another lad behind the cameraman with an extinguisher, just like.
I mean, fair play to him. He kept his composure through most of that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I would have been able to do that.
Yes, I can definitely say it's creative. It's very creative. I'll give him that. But I mean, Jesus Christ! Like, he's obviously dashed that in like ethanol or something.
We can see it on his leg there. Like, it looks like gasoline or something. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
you can totally see it.
but the speed in which that starts burning is absolutely insane. But I'm sure audio listeners are thinking, what on earth are they going on about? But I'm sure they're going to be thinking the exact same thing when you tell them, Dave, what we're looking at, because I'm sure they're going to be equally as confused.
It's just a guy that set his pants on fire and he's singing a song, like doing his music video. It's about as dumb as it's about as dumb as it sounds, to be honest with you. You should just watch the video.
Yeah, thankfully I only watched this once, but it's nice to come back to it, to just rewatch it again. But yes, Dave's not lying. We are literally looking at a gentleman walking down the street, and he's obviously doused his jeans in ethanol, and it's literally on fire, and we're watching it spread as he's walking down the street. So yes, yeah, that's yeah, that's so that happened basically, and of course, yes,
Everyone's memeing.
Cameraman, hold up, let him cook. Yes, we absolutely love the that comment there, courtesy of at SSMB291_. Hold up, let him cook. Yeah, we love that. So yeah, so that's some of the lengths that people go to do a music video. But what we're gonna go into now, this is the throwback I was referring to earlier on in the show, and I do think a lot of people have seen this, and obviously have to do it with audio as well. This is when you are overqualified for a job, Dave, in Japan.
I've seen this before. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure you've seen this, but well, let's take a quick watch. We'll have a quick review. Just whilst we're playing it, the one thing I've always thought about this is what are the kids' expressions when he goes mental? Kids must be like,
I'd love it there. It'd be so cool. Just before we get to the climax as well, I bet you any money they were like, so do you play drums? And he's like, yeah, I do, yeah. And he's like, oh, right. Well, we're doing this kids show. Do you think you can do it? He was like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. They're like, oh, it's a nice, happy song. No problem. Got it. Wonder how warm he is.
He's got to be sweating buckets in there, isn't he? Either that or this was his last gig and he was like, do you know what? Who gives a shit? Do you know what I mean? Like, let's just absolutely go for it. And of course, this comes credit of the music feeds on Instagram, and amazingly, they've actually got some incredible context to actually this clip, and it says here, quote, Nyango Star, a Japanese mascot character known for its distinctive appearance as a hybrid of a cat and an apple.
It checks out. Yeah.
I don't know, has gained widespread attention for its impressive drumming skills. One of Nyango Star's notable performances includes a rendition of Anpanman's March, the theme song for the popular children's anime series Anpanman. Nyango Star showcases high-energy drumming, you can say that again, while dressed in its mascot costume, which adds a humorous and entertaining visual element to the impressive musical display. Hey, I mean, very impressive. We can't deny that. But I mean, where, like, I don't want to bash on the Japanese, but like, where on earth did we get like an idea like that? A hybrid of a cat and an apple? Dave Collins.
Oh, well, it's anime, dude. Like anything goes, you know.
Anything. I mean, I'd probably say this is this just that comment. I just love stuff like that. Courtesy of Marcio at 5555.
Like someone's put a gif of Whiplash in there. It's like, yeah, come on,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, courtesy of Andy Geo 011. We love that. But yeah, this probably goes up there with the level of, you know, Studio Ghibli's Totoro with the cat bus. Like, where on earth they get an idea of that from, I have no idea. But yeah, a hybrid of a cat apple is it's in the echelons of these types of creative ideas. That's definitely for sure. Before we actually get into actually no, we've only got one more thing anyway before we get into we do our ad read. But this is this next bit is a bit of an opinion, Dave, from you as a fellow DJ about what happens when you have the horrendous dilemma of girls getting in your area and trying to.
To be fair, this is anyone, but yeah, go on. 'Cause if I'm being honest, it's more dudes that get in the DJ booth these days. You know, I'm somewhat of a DJ myself.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Well, I used to DJ back in the 80s.
Oh yeah,
I can't do you know what? I can't bash on that because our Dan would literally tell me the same thing, to be honest with you. So, you know. So Dan, if you're listening or watching, I'm sorry for bashing on you, mate. But Dave Collins, your opinion or point of view, so to speak, on this clip. This lady here on the left.
Yeah, very good. Can you play?
Imagine you are this DJ. Basically.
Play ABBA. Oh my God, what's she doing? Leave him alone. He's trying to mix.
So this comes courtesy of such a Casby on Instagram and at Gianni on Instagram as well. Dave Collins, you have just witnessed a woman really enjoying the music there. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, whatever's. I mean, it's annoying, but he dealt with it very gracefully. So yeah.
If you're the referee of these things, what card are you reaching for?
What do you mean? Like,
is that a red card, an ultimate sending off, or is that a yellow card? Don't do it again.
Yellow card. Don't do it again. Because she didn't start trying to DJ behind his back or anything like that, right? So it's like, okay, fair.
Yeah. She did hammer. I think it was what effect is it where it does that? Oh no, she hit the pause button.
Because that's fair. That looked like a mistake to me, right? So it's like, okay.
He obviously had vinyl mode on. I think it isn't it when you press play. And it's like
CDJ mode. That's the mode that I have on. Everyone hates me when I turn it on, but I prefer it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it would appear that Sacha Caspi also prefers having that on as well. Whereas, yes, I am also one of those DJ snobs that doesn't like having that on.
Do you know why I like turning that mode on, though? It's because it deactivates the platter. So people can't just do a backspin on the record or anything like that, or try to do like scratching. It just turns that off completely. That's the main reason I like it. Because it means if someone like nudges the turntable or the deck, it doesn't instantly. Do you know what I mean? Like, have you ever seen, at least even in this scenario, someone sneaks up behind you and thinks they're Mixmaster scratch, and he's trying to start to scratch the records behind your back, and it's like doesn't work on CD mode. Get off.
Get the hell out of here. Hey, well, maybe in this case, Sacha was actually anticipating this type of behavior, so maybe that's why he had it on. He was like, "This girl, she ain't gonna mess around with the jogs wheel today, not on my watch." But very much so. A yellow card, don't do it again. And I will admit though, he handled it very well. Charlotte Whetstone on Instagram says, quote, "You had the patience of a saint." Or also Rouse Berea says, "Oh, OMG, too much patience." Mackay Clements also chimes in here by saying, quote, "She completely lost her damn mind." Yeah. And of course, underscore Abreets underscore says, quote, "She was hella happy when you picked her up." And I'm so sure she was. But for those listening, what we were basically watching was our Sacha Casby trying to DJ, but of course a young lady, if you like, was really enjoying it and was basically getting very, very close to him. Before we can, we can continue actually. Dave Collins, have a quick sip of your drink whilst it goes to me all on the screen. Not for very much longer though, because we're going to show you the Mixcloud Select stuff when the ad read starts for me now. Changing Faces Mixcloud Select is the top spot for your CF premium content, and it is the #1 place where you can help support the team. For all other updates and posts, be sure to find us over on places like Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, X, and of course, YouTube. By searching for Changing Faces or our handle at Hey Changing Faces. If you're wanting instant content from us, just like how Dave has instantly wanted a drink and has opened that can, be sure to head on over to our Mixcloud and get early access to our content via Mixcloud Select. With a Select subscription, you get playback controls enabled, early access to our shows, and some exclusives thrown in there for good measure. And on top of all of that, it supports us here at Changing Faces. So where do you go for all of that? You go to mixcloud.com/Changing Faces, all as one word, or find out more over on our site, changingfaces.live. And don't forget, if you want something mentioning, be it a product, service, release, or whatever in our sponsored break, be sure to email us at hellochanginfaces@gmail.com. What's that email, Dave?
hellochanginfaces@gmail.com.
No, come on, with more of a PR marketing voice.
hellochanginfaces@gmail.com.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
That was good. We love that. We're actually going to get into the news now, and without causing too much controversy, Dave, if you don't mind, we're going to. We will mind. Wait a second. I need to get my links up here. My links up, bro. Let me have a look at this. Can I full screen this? Oh yeah. So let me go back into my notes here. So we're gonna have a quick look at the poster, because we're gonna go over to Florida, Dave. We're gonna go over to Florida because there is a funky festival going down, which I'm sure loads of locals will be aware of. Forbidden Kingdom is going to be coming to Florida very, very soon.
I'm not reading this lineup out again.
Oh, you bloody are going to be watching. You're going to be reading. You're going to be reading more of this.
This is not a segment on the podcast now, like where I read.
It's not, but hey, this is the time where people announce lineups. It's not my fault. It's this is what everyone wants to do it. If anything, blame Base Rush, because they're the ones presenting Forbidden Kingdom. But a bit more on what's going on here.
I'm already reading a few of these. Go on.
Wait. So anyway, phase 1 of Forbidden Kingdom has been announced. So incoming in spring of 2026 over in Florida, festival goers are looking towards the 2026 edition of Forbidden Kingdom. And if you're still wondering about whether to go, or if you've never heard of it, the CF team will now do you the honors of reading out the lineup in case you are interested in attending. Dave, where would you like to start?
At the top.
All right. Well, so first of all, what are they, Dave? Because it says on the poster.
Yeah, they're the Sonic Sorcerers. I prefer that over DJ, to be honest with you.
What do you reckon of that?
I'm a Sonic Sorcerer.
I don't know. I quite like. I think it's very. How can I best put this? A very interesting theme we're going for here. It's very D&D like. Wouldn't you not say?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, maybe you've got to roll some dice before you and that decides who you're going to see there. All right, Dave, let's hear it. Everyone wants to know who is playing at Forbidden Kingdom at 2026 in April. Go.
Okay, 100 runs. Ablation, Andromedic, Atlians, Osteria, Automate back-to-back with Mad Dubs, Avello, Bass Tripper, Bellaren, Bomber back-to-back with Unit, Boogie T, Costa Crumpit, Cyclops, Death Pact, Discovery Project, Demeanor back-to-back with Yusuf, Dream Takers, Drink Your Water, that's cool. Emo Night presents Grave Rave, Evaluation, Gardella Getter back-to-back with Space Laces. Or was that two people? Gardella and then Getter back-to-back with Space Laces. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gengar, Grabbits, Hesh back-to-back with Cod Dubs, Hedex, Hexa. Is it Hades? It looks like Hades. It should be that.
I think so.
Ivy Lab, Jekyll and Hyde, John Casey back-to-back with Viperactive, Cade Finley, Company, Lil Texas, Makini, what line are we on? Natty Lou, Nimber back-to-back with Prosecute, Papa J, Phase 1, Further, Reaper, Svam, Shanghai Doom, Shizlo, Slang Dogs, Sloth, Spoon, Star Monster, Subsonic, Subtronics, The Masquerade, 7L, Shango, Inactive. Oh, this is all part of the Masquerade, I guess. So yep. 7L, Shango, Inactive, Mongrel, Sansu, Slicks, Vicious, and VKDM. The Resistance, 2%, Veil, I think it is, Vibrant Illusion, Virtual Riot, Zotix, YDG, and many more to be announced. I think my favorite is Drink Your Water. It's so good to see him.
Yeah, I gotta admit, like when you don't know who the artists are, you've got to you just take the name on face value, and I just love it. Like, Drink Your Water is absolutely fantastic. Also, 2%. That's got to be up there. Gengar as well, Dave. That's a spoon.
Spoon.
Does make you think though, obviously. And by the way, if any of these artists are watching us in either now or in the future or whatever, like we're not shitting on you. We're just
I think Star Monster is a fun one. It's like, what is that?
We're just taking your name at face value and as two Brits thinking, what on earth are these names here? But to be honest, I have heard of a handful of these artists here as well. And yes, Dave Collins, would you care to tell people where this is taking place? It says at the bottom.
Central Florida. Fairgrounds, wherever that is. But yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So April 25th and April 26th of 2026. Some actual additional information I've got for you here as well. Let me quickly check. Hang on a second. 2-day G. Okay. I'm actually going to give you the some real time news going on here. So if anyone else wants to attend Forbidden Kingdom Central Florida Fairgrounds, as mentioned, it's on April 25th and April 26th this year. Shows are starting from 2 p.m. It's happening at the Orlando Amphitheater, 4603 West Colonial Drive, Orlando, Florida, 32808. At the moment, you can get a 2-day GA tickets for $229.99. And this is essentially $215 plus $14.99 in fees. You have another option here, which is a 2-day GA plus 3D collectible magnets for $239. And then just give me a second whilst I have a look at the VIP. If you're interested in VIP, Dave Collins, 2-day VIP is priced at $379.99. And 2-day VIP plus 3D collectible magnets is $389.99. And the price you see includes all ticket fees, shipping, layaway fees, and local taxes as applicable may be added at checkout. And for those wondering, what does that even include? Well, a VIP Forbidden Pass grants you general admission, dedicated express entrance, access to VIP restrooms, and access to dedicated festival VIP areas and dedicated VIP bars. That's a lot of VIP. Expedited entry, access to VIP areas at the Forbidden stage and the Siberian stage. Siberian? VIP concierge, food trucks and specialty cocktails, photo ops, shade structures, trinket trade. Dave Collins, does that interest you in the slightest?
Yeah, that's a lot of VIP.
Oh, that is a lot of VIP, isn't it? My gosh.
Do you know, I think VIP is like all the gigs I've been to recently. VIP is like you get access to a little tiny area with like two chairs and a table.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is actually quite a lot.
Oh man, now this is really something. I've come across something absolutely. This is up there with one of the greatest marketing statements that you're going to hear, folks. Are you ready for this, Dave? This is again, if anyone's interested in going, listen to this. Florida's largest bass music festival returns to the Central Florida Fairgrounds this April. Gather beneath the dragons, storm the castles, and feel the fire of the bass ignite your soul across our enchanted stages. Armor up and prepare to unleash your spirits in a land where bass and magic collide.
Dude, I want to go. This sounds amazing.
How amazing is that, mate? Dear God. Also, passes on sale now for a $20 deposit. So that's something. So obviously, Bass Rush, if you are watching this and you're thinking, why are these guys shitting on us? We're not. We're actually promoting you as well.
I just love it. I love this.
Like, they're really leaning into this theme, aren't they? I mean, damn. Ain't that something? Like, does not that? Oh man, that's something. That is definitely something. Let's quickly move on to. I didn't realize what the time was. We were actually how much time? Oh God, we've got 20 minutes left. 20 minutes of the first part of the show. So let me quickly move into the next part of the news. And as mentioned, we were talking about a Liverpool rapper, SD Kid. Calls out the Chainsmokers unauthorized for Raw's remix. Dave, this is a bit of online beef, so you might scoff at this and think, oh, who cares? But some people do. So what's going on here? So SD Kid calls out Chainsmokers for unofficial remix of 4 Raws. During the New Year 2025-26 festivities, Liverpool-based rapper SD Kid hit back at the Chainsmokers after finding that the US-based duo had released an unofficial remix of his track 4 Raws. Michael Lawson of RA writes, quote, SD Kid has publicly criticized the Chainsmokers after the duo shared an unauthorized remix of his track 4 Raws across their official streaming profiles. In a post shared to X last Friday, January 2nd, the ascendant Liverpool rapper accused the US EDM act of uploading the track without permission. That Chainsmokers remix is getting nuked, mate. Wow, the post read. Please don't remix my shit and thinks it's cool to post to all DSPs. I'm sorry, I'm saying this in a Scouse accent.
I know, I was thinking
I can't help it. The remix, which has since been removed from all of the Chainsmokers' official streaming profiles, was met with widespread derision. One YouTube commenter suggested that it's already ruined 2026, while another joked that the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has made it his ringtone. What?
Is it really bad or something?
I don't know. Maybe, yeah, apparently so. SD Kid enjoyed a breakout 2025 off the back of releasing his acclaimed debut album Rebel in June. More recently, rumors began to circulate on TikTok that the anonymous UK artist's actual identity was Timothée Chalamet, culminating a new version of Four Raws featuring the Marty Supreme actor, which dropped late last month. Well, isn't that something? Dave Collins, artists beefing with each other.
What else is new? What else is new?
What do you mean? What else is new?
What else is new, man?
So what is? But the
But to
question
be fair,
is,
you shouldn't just take someone's music and like, remix it without asking nicely first. You know.
that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, because of course, if you're gonna take anyone's track and do an unofficial remix of it, if you're gonna release it on platforms where it's free, like SoundCloud or whatever, I get that. But apparently, as the post suggests, they actually did release this on all the DSPs as well. What does that stand for? Distributing streaming platforms. Kat is with us, not in spirit, but literally via the internet. So I'm just going to quickly message her to ask if she wants to come on already. Oh wait, you can probably hear me, Kat, aren't you? Oh, we have a thumbs up, ladies and gents. And actually, Kat, we are in the middle of doing the news. And did you hear most of that just now? You're on mute.
I'm mute.
You get to work on that microphone.
That's why I was late. I was trying to get my microphone to work as well.
Yeah, you had a few technical gremlins as well, didn't you, Dave?
Should be working now, right?
Aha!
Hey.
There she is.
Hey.
Kat Santanna, welcome to the show. But before we do any introductions, which is coming in a minute, because you're joining us in the middle of the news, but did you hear all that news about SD Kid just now?
I heard part of it, but I was aware as well of the remix and stuff. She's pretty crazy.
You see, Kat's ahead of the game here. She already knows. So what's your opinion of Chainsmokers releasing it unofficially via the DSPs?
Yeah, not great. Especially if they didn't contact the rapper. Maybe they thought they could get the deal afterwards or something. I don't know. I wonder.
But if you're the ref, so to speak, what are you issuing? Is this a yellow card offense or is this a red card offense? They got to be sent off.
Red card. It would be red card for anybody else, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm telling you now. Well, if it ever happens to me, I'd probably be like quite starstruck if they ever remixed any of my stuff. But I would still be like, hey, don't you be remixing my stuff. You need to come to me first.
Yeah, I think that's it. And also, I mean, this SD Kid is quite popular, right? So it's kind of, maybe it lends well to say, yeah, no, I don't want it actually.
Yeah, he's riding his own wave, so to speak, as they say. And before we get into introductions, of course, for everyone wanting to know who the hell is this person joining the podcast, but we're going to quickly move on to the third part of the news. And for the pair of you, usually when we are talking about clubs, it's always bad news, right, Dave?
It's not always bad news.
Well,
at least I hope it isn't always bad news.
Well, yeah, we're never hoping.
It's not always great news, but yeah.
Yes. However, I can say this is fairly good news. I wouldn't say it's hugely good news, but it's pretty good. That's all I can say. So, as you can see here, we're going over to Berlin to quickly show everyone and tell everyone that Renate Berlin is to remain open throughout 2026. This is courtesy of April Claire Welsh of DJ Mag, which writes, which we report saying, back off the news in 2024, the Berlin Club had announced that it was to close permanently in 2025 following expiry of their lease. However, recently on the 18th of December 2025, the venue announced that they had extended their time at the premises for another year. April Claire Walsh further mentions, quote, Renate, which opened as Salon zur Wilden Renate in 2007 was impacted by a fire earlier this year. The garden entrance, including a ticket booth, fence, tree, and photo booth, was destroyed in the blaze. However, the main building was unaffected, and there was no events running at the time. And there is a there's not a lot of pictures with this club. Dave Collins, you've been to Berlin. Did you ever come across this place?
No, but it doesn't surprise me. There's not many pictures. It's like the unspoken rule, you know.
Well, they did. Aside from that, they did also release the statement as well of this announcement. An unexpected but exciting update. As of Tuesday, 16th of December 2025, we have reached an agreement to extend the lease at our current location, securing a long-term future for the venue. Getting this news at a time where we were in the final stages of ending operations is the best news we could have asked for. However, since clarity on our future came so short notice, we need to take some time to reset, regroup, and carefully plan our next steps. For this reason, we will remain temporarily closed following our New Year's Eve celebrations. As soon as it is foreseeable when we reopen, we will communicate this publicly. For now, we ask for patience while we plan what happens next. Details beyond the facts that Renate will continue in 2026 are still in development, but we want to take this break to lead Renate into a new phase with full energy. Our New Year's Eve celebrations will continue as planned, but it's no longer goodbye. It's a celebration of an exciting future. Thank you to everyone who rallied behind us. It feels that the outpouring of support is what got us to this point. In Renate, we trust. Dave Collins, first of all, coming to you first. Is this a delightful news that is warming the hearts of all Berlin goers?
I'm sure it is, yeah. Good on him. There's only clubs shut down all the time now, so
yeah. Cool. The only thing I'll say though, like obviously the details is embedded in there. They were supposed to finish in 2025 or the end of 2025, but they're getting an extra year. Do you know what I mean? And Kat, have you ever been to Berlin? Have you ever partied there or anything like that?
No, surprisingly, I haven't. No.
No. Well, hey, you're not the only one. Dave's the only one in this podcast that has, and he's constantly been telling me that there'll be a time where there'll have to be some form of crazed techno pilgrimage over there just to go all the way there just to get denied. And to be a very polite British person to be like, oh, sorry, I'm going to go back to the hotel now after being rejected out of Berghain. Right, Dave?
I'd pay to see it. I really would.
I mean, what can I say? It's that's likely going to happen.
We'll just hit Trezor later or something.
Well, because the thing is, like, obviously there is always that thing where they say to get to Berghain, obviously it's the famous thing where you queue up for a while and and the bouncers judge you for what you're wearing, who you're there to see, and then like what was it? Is it your level of Deutsch as well? That's the other thing, right?
I mean, there's no real rule, to be honest with you. Don't be a dick seems to be like the main overarching like vibe,
Yeah.
So just don't be a dick. I mean, it's not the end of the world though. If you can't get to Berghain, I've heard you can just go to Trezor or go to Kit Kat or something. You know what I mean? Like it's not just that place open.
So if I am being a dick, I can go and try somewhere else.
Well, I wouldn't say be a dick there as well, but at least try and like learn your lesson right for the next time you queue up. That's all.
Right, gotcha. Don't be a dick, and
Just don't be a dick. Period. That's a good. Good advice. Yeah.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I can definitely say, we should definitely make a trip over there at some point. Typically, I would be saying to you as well, Kat. Yeah, maybe you should nip over there as well. But obviously, it's a little harder for you to do now. But we'll get into that later on in your interview. In fact, actually, we've got about 5 minutes to sort of wrap up all of the news, but we've mainly really gone through all of it. Before we move on to the next bit, which is obviously to talk about Kat's, to move into Kat's interview, Dave Collins, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say you really need to stay if you don't want to.
Oh,
So
okay. We'll see you later then.
yeah, like fuck off. Have you got any dinner to have?
I've already cooked it, mate.
As if,
Yeah,
because the thing is, obviously, folks, like we are recording this right now in the evening UK time. It's 8 o'clock here right now, and I haven't eaten anything yet, but I am going to as soon as the interview's done. I can't wait. Well, I've got a Chinese on the way, but obviously, we're always doing this in the evening, and of course, Kat here, bless her, you know, she hasn't. Well, have you had your lunch at least?
I have Chinese
Okay,
as well. So.
Oh, excellent. Well, you know, obviously you can't be hungry for your dinner just yet. It's a bit early for that. But
yeah.
It's like Christ, it's 8 o'clock here. Bloody hell, I'm having me tea at 9. That's like not even heard of for Brits, is it? So, Dave, all I'll say is, if you would like, I wouldn't say you have to stay. You can go away and think about the Forbidden Kingdom lineup and how when you go there, you need to armor up and storm the castle, as it said.
I will do that. Well,
yeah.
in that case, I will. I'll leave you two to it, and I'll catch you next time.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, by all means. We'll catch you in episode 11 because I've still got stuff that I want your opinion on. Would you believe already for the next one?
Excellent. I love it.
Yeah.
Always here to get opinions.
Definitely. Oh, absolutely, mate. Yeah, there's more crazy shit for you to see, mate. That's all I'm gonna say. So, I'll message you in a bit, Dave. Once we're done, anyway.
All right. See you in a bit.
Catch you in a bit, Dave. Bye.
Bye.
It's just me and you, Kat, and actually, whilst he's gone, I'll quickly show you what I was gonna show Dave, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, this this video I seen recently, and folks, I know, like, if you're gonna be tuning into the next episode, you're gonna say, "Oh, I've already seen this," but I just have to cover it with you whilst you're here, Kat.
Let's go.
Because well, Dave, you're in the background, but either way, you can watch this as well. This is a sneak preview of some of the things I've seen. But you know, when it comes to live performances, you know how, like, sometimes when you start, you can be a bit like, oh, you might be a bit nervous. So, like, you're being a bit calm and everything, but you're not really going like the full level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what we're about to see now is we're about to see someone, I think it's someone in Brazil, going full throttle right from the off. So I'll just quickly share this with you, just 2 seconds. And for folks listening, this is basically a Brazilian performer on a keyboard, Yamaha keyboard, courtesy of Jeans Torado on Instagram. But Kat, obviously, as you have experience of performing, as do I want your opinion on this. Dave, you're in the background, so you can watch this as well. It's instant performance.
Era uma sensação que chega para isso. Eu estou subindo do mais.
There's unconvincing singing going on there.
Where's he going? Júnior, oh girl. My love.
This is basically like, meanwhile in Brazil. Casually checks his phone, but that is literally the end of it. Kat, I want to get your instant reactions to that. What are your thoughts on that performance?
I was actually reading the comment. The very first comment says, "This is good." While he's working, he's already cleaning the piano.
Wait, this one, courtesy of Jean Barbosa Closar.
Yeah.
Dave, I'm going to bring you into it anyway, just because it's a sneak preview. Dave, how do you unravel all of that?
I like the bit he was licking the piano. I thought that was original. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And then when he starts singing the Rhythm of the Night, and then he crouches down for no reason. What is going on?
It's not unheard of. Like, some bigger bands have done worse things, so you have to respect the grind.
I mean, all I'll say is I never thought of
that. No, me either. But this is he's not a bad keyboardist, though. I think.
No, but oh man, I just love everything about it. It's the obnoxiously annoying trumpet sound as well, because it sounds like a tin. This. Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal. And the thing is, I've seen other clips of this bloke now, and I can't not, like, I'm so hooked to this guy. I think it's absolutely, like, this is up there with, like, Yukazuki Yukamatsu, Boiler Room, Fred again. He's like, this guy he's aiming there, isn't he? Whew. Yeah. So, Kat, is that something we should have done a long time ago as a type of performance?
I mean, it obviously people are engaging with it, so maybe we should get us in front of people, right?
Yeah. Now, also, now here's the real thing, right? So there are audio listeners here for the podcast. So would anyone like to describe to audio listeners what we've just been watching?
You'll get a takedown strike for this now. It's like...
Yes, a very entertaining gentleman is performing on a keyboard at, I'm assuming, as a bar or something like that. Dave, what does he do right at the beginning?
He starts licking the keyboard, and I'm like, it goes downhill from there, basically, right?
And I'm telling you now, this has got to be one of the greatest adverts for our podcast, because I can guarantee you, if any of you are listening, if that does not make you want to watch this video, I don't know what will. So yeah, so anyway, that's a bit of a sneak preview into what's to come for the next episode. We are probably going to recover that, but Dave, I'm going to remove you again. You can go away.
That's good.
You can go away and think about the guy licking his keyboard.
I will definitely have a good ponder about that one.
Right, I'll catch you in a bit, Dave.
See you in a bit. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, phenomenal stuff there. But never mind that. We're here to talk about Kat and how Kat licks her keyboard. But
I personally not usually, no.
No, it's not something I do either. But I'm thinking about doing that now. So, folks, if anyone's wondering, who on earth is Kat Santanna, or the last of Kat? Kat, you're just gonna have to witness this bit of PR stuff that I've written about you. So, Kat Santanna released debut solo album, and yours truly has gone through to do the review for it. Released on New Year's Day of 2026, Same But Different is the debut album of Kat Santanna and features 8 unique storytelling-like productions from Kat and provides the listener with a perspective of sounds directed and composed by Kat Santanna. The album is not only a bunch of tracks of her sounds, but a telling tale of her background, her present and future, with the end track titled Lift Off, which is very telling. Now, first of all, before we get into some of the bits of, or to ask you a bunch of questions regarding the album, some things that I will say just based off your album, which I will get to now, is my first point, which I wrote as my note, Get 'em High sounds similar to a Disclosure production.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put it out there and say that. My second point: piano compositions are excellent, very free flowing. I did write this ages ago when you sent me the link, so this is based off memory here. Point number 3, this is really technical now, but synth in track 3 is great, I put. Point 4, bass and dub sounds in Githwale and Nobody is great. Point number 5, Nobody reminds me of a Bicep/Fred Again production. And then point number 6, love how Liftoff ends. But I'm going to come to you now, actually, based on they were basically my first impressions of the album that when I first listened to it. But point number 1, Get 'Em High sounds similar to a Disclosure production. Was that what you were going for?
Yeah, pretty much.
Bingo!
So yeah,
100%.
I mean, when I started the song, it was more like I was trying to do, sampling in Daft Punk way, like One More Time and stuff like that. But as I did the song, and like I'm producing in the box, like on my computer only, so I had to resort to some references, and yeah, Disclosure was definitely there, and even the arrangement, because it was a bit tricky to do. So yeah, but that's a great compliment. I think Disclosure is great. So yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, if you are gonna ever do any PR for it, you can sort of take that away and use that as well. And as mentioned as well, Nobody reminds me of a Bicep/Fred Again production. Again, which could you say that's what you were going for, or have I missed it there?
No, that's yeah. Those were the influences. I like a lot of British producers, so yeah, all of them I was getting inspired from. Bicep, definitely, I've heard that before.
Yeah. And hey, I mean, they are extremely popular for a reason, because everyone likes that type of music. So I think you're hitting the nail on the head there straight away. I'm gonna get into some of the cues of the album as well, because the thing is, I think nowadays, in my opinion, especially when it comes to making music and releasing music, is that I think because we're in a sort of a generational period now where content is like this, like it's constantly bang, 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 bang. And if you go onto any, music platform, Beatport, Spotify, or whatever, there's literally music coming out literally like every 5 minutes, and it's a lot of content, right? And I think the main thing I would take away from of this sort of realization, I guess, is that obviously when it comes to making an album, it's not like I'm going to do this and this and this and this and this, and there you go, everyone, it's all done, right? So it's not that straightforward, and it's a rat pain in the arse, is sounding like a rat Brit right now, but it's a rat pain in the arse to come together. But my first question to you: how much time passes whilst listening to the whole album in terms of how long each track took to make, and when were they produced from start to finish?
Good question. To be honest, I decided to make it an album like around May 2025. I had so many ideas, unfinished, some more finished than others. Some of those songs, I had them sitting around for like 2 years, and I don't know, I just didn't know what to do with them. So I would say the writing process, I just really sat down for 2 months, chose all the ideas, even old ones that I already had that initially they were not meant to be in an album, and decided, okay, I like these ones, and I'm gonna make them into full songs. But with that, sometimes you just want to make something new, so a couple of those songs just happen very last minute as well. So
It's really, I will say, my initial thought, and I don't know whether this was right, but your first song and your last song, I had this thought that you sort of made it in one project, and it's one thing, and you've just split it and put it as the first and ending, like outro and intro and outro. Is that right?
They're actually on separate projects. Projects, but they are the same basis, the same idea, and that's probably the song that I had sitting around for the longest, because I had like the piano melody, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make it an intro, and then it would be the second track. But then the way I produced it, I was like, no, maybe it'll be the last track, and then they are like you said, an intro and an outro basically. But they are based off the same ideas. Yeah.
I see. Yeah. And of course, like you've mentioned, obviously, you mentioned that some of the tracks had been sitting around in that computer of yours for like 2 years, and then obviously, you've made that decision to include them in the album. What made you decide? What made you decide the album track list structure? Because I don't think a lot of people know that like quite a bit of structure goes into it. It's not just random, is it? Usually, right?
Yeah. I'd say, to be honest, there's only 8 tracks. There's 8 tracks in the album. I was aiming for like at least 11, so some thought goes into it, like making sure that these songs belong in the same project, because there were other songs I wanted to finish and release, but like, do they go well with everything else? I felt like these tracks kind of made sense altogether. I think they're all kind of modern production. They're all, you can tell there's like clear influences for all of them, and the structure was, I had like I listened to them 20 times, trying to see what goes well, what flows into one another. I knew the intro and the outro had to be that way when I wrote them.
Yeah. If I was to hear this like before you were releasing it, I probably would have said the same. Like, it's got to be, I think it's Whatever I Want first and Lift Off last, right?
Yeah. I think it's kind of fun as well. Like, Lift Off, you'd think is the first song, but it's actually the last one, because it was kind of like, I made the project and it's kind of a lift off. That was the idea behind it.
Yeah, and very interesting as well, especially because actually, I think I had the perfect conditions to listen to this, because I was on a train going. I forget where I was going now, but I essentially, it was just one of those moments where I sat down, I had nothing else to do, I was on a train, and I just, from start to finish, just listened to the whole album just whilst glancing out the window. And like, when you sort of like, you are present, but you're not really. You sort of, you sort of go into a daydream thing. And I think that's just perfect for listening to an album from start to finish. Same with mixes as well. I'm going to give you a real technical question now, but it doesn't involve math, so don't worry.
Cool.
As I mentioned in one of my feedback points, is that the synth in track 3, which is called There For You, absolutely love the synth in that. Can you tell all of us music producers out there listening and watching, what exactly is the synth that is used in track 3? Do you know which one it is?
Yeah, it's just Serum 2 and a basic sine wave.
Serum.
It's actually, there's this guy, I think he got viral end of last year. It's called Oscar Medkay, and he made a track that had a sound like that. So I tried to make a sound like that, and I based my track basically referenced of him. Like, I was like, this is really cool, I want to make one as well. So the synth is inspired by his track, which I forget the name of now. But it's meant to be like a Moog sound, basically. Like,
gotcha.
Yeah, but it's just a sine wave with a filter. So,
hey,
Serum 2, yeah.
Sometimes that's all that's needed. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And hey, let's just say, if Chainsmokers, if you're watching this, this is how you lend an idea or something, but we don't go off and actually rip something off, have it as an unofficial remix, and then give it to your DSPs, right?
Yeah.
Muy mal for that, I'll say.
Actually, if I may, I actually I am releasing videos on YouTube about the production of each track, and I just released the production for that track. So if anybody wants to see how the synth is made, I literally open Serum and show it. So
Well, the let's just perfect time to say this. The cat's out the bag now. Everyone's gonna know. Way.
Yeah.
God, that was gonna happen at some point, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
but yes, and we will mention your YouTube channel towards the end as well. But hey, well, isn't that a perfect little advert for you as well, folks? You music producers out there, let's not be mucking around now. Let's get over there and have a look at that synth and see how that's made. And I might just use it as well.
By all
Anyway,
means.
now, as mentioned earlier, obviously, when it comes to making an album, you have essentially got to the milestone, right, as a musical artist, where not many people have made an album. What occurred for you during this process that you didn't expect in terms of creating an album?
I thought that it would be a little more difficult than it was, because prior to this, I've only done singles or EPs. And it always felt like all the songs needed to be perfect. Whereas with an album, I felt like, like it's obviously I want all the songs to be perfect still, but it's a bit more freeing because you're just writing and writing and writing, and then you just choose your favorites. And that I think that works better for me. I wasn't expecting it. I thought like, oh, this is going to be a lot of work and I'm not going to do another album for 5 years, and that I am actually like already looking forward to the next one.
Yeah.
It makes more sense. I don't know.
Well, I mean, this is I think this is what the fascinating thing is about when people are making music, is that because sometimes ideas and what you want to do with an album, it just clicks. It just like, it's almost like Lego. It's like, there it all is. It just lands beautifully. But then there can be some right buggers of tracks where you have absolutely no idea either what to do with it, where to put it, or where, when you're going to release it or whatever. It's like, but very interesting insight into that as well. And speaking of album, is the album really The Last of Cat, or is it the beginning of something else?
I think it's the beginning. Yeah, this is not my last album by all means.
You see, like, and because of course, people might come across you like going, "Oh God, The Last of Cat." Like, I've only just come across her. She's going to end soon. Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's a good point. No, I think it's The Last of Cat, the project, as in, because I've had other projects in the past, and I came to a point where I was like, if someone asks me, oh, what music do you do? And I'm like, oh, I have this. I mean, I don't do anything else with it anymore, but this is what I have. And then this other thing and this other thing. And it's all spread out, and it kind of makes it look like I haven't done much at all. So I thought, from now on, whether I want to make electronic or whatever, I'll just use that account and just build upon it and build a report. And, it's like,
without sounding harsh, you're describing a dumping ground of your music, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one big online pit where all that stuff's gonna go, basically.
Well, I mean, if you had success with any project from before, and you grow up and you evolve, and personally and artistically, it's still going to be that project, even though maybe you started doing country music and now you're doing, I don't know, rock or EDM, I don't know. So like, people do that, right? Once they get a name for themselves. So,
absolutely. And obviously we're going to continue the theme of music making, so to speak. But when it comes to putting tracks together, what track was easy and quick to put together, and then what was just an absolute nightmare to finish? I'm curious.
The easiest, I'd say, was track number 3 that you mentioned before with the synth. It's called There For You. That was 2 hours, maybe less. I was just like, dun dun dun, it's all done. And the most difficult, I would say, has to be Lift Off, because it did take 2 years, didn't it? So
no way. Yeah. Well, hang on a second. So I had it down as my understanding of it being, it took you 2 years just because you had it sat in your project for a long time. But did it actually take you like that long to actually put together?
Well, because when I started, I had a piano melody, and then I tried a couple different things arrangement wise,
Right.
and then I wasn't happy, and I put it to the side, and then I started writing other music, whatever. When I decided to make the album, I was listening to old projects. I came across that one. I was like, I have to do something with this. Like, I like it too much. And I'd say that was the last song I finished for the album as well. Like, arrangement wise, mixing wise, I was just overthinking it. And it's so funny because I don't think there's even like 20, there's maybe 20 to 30 audio tracks in it. Like, it's probably the least complex.
In Liftoff?
Yeah.
Really?
It's so easy. Yeah, it's such an easy thing.
What?
But I don't know.
There's 20 to 30 sounds in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's super easy. Yeah.
Oh my god, there's so many.
So many.
Shit. Yes. Bloody hell. I mean, yeah, damn. I tell you what, folks. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stress the point again. I swear, people just don't know how much effort people put into making music. We're talking about 30 sounds in one track, guys, girls. Like, bloody hell, like, that's absolutely mental.
But I mean that's the simplest. That's one of the simplest. But sometimes you add audio tracks and it's just one sound or something. So it builds up pretty fast.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So essentially, Liftoff was the biggest pain in the ass to finish and get out the door. Essentially,
But it's also my favorite. So
how ironic as well. It's like the biggest pain in the ass to finish, but it's the one that you like the most. What was the one you say that was the easiest to put together?
There for you. The number
There
2.
for you. Ah, okay. What? Sorry, say again. What was that? 2 hours? Did you say?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That is that. Now that's fast. What were you? Were you like against the clock or something?
No, I was just like, I made the synth sound and then I came up with some chords, and like I just sometimes you just think of something, you just do it right away. And I added some basic drums on it, basic arrangement. I was like, this is okay. And then I went away for 5 minutes. I came back and I had some melodies to add as well. So it was pretty seamless, that one. And so many of the, apart from the main synth sound, so many of the other ones I already had from the other songs as well. So I tried to use similar synth sounds so that it all sounded kind of cohesive as a body of work.
So yeah, and I guess that was one of those scenarios, if you like, where, like I said earlier, everything just fell into place, just like that. Like, oh, if only all tracks were so easy to put together like that. Like, oh, there you go, just works. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we gotta appreciate the minor moments in which this happens, and I'm just full screen your artwork because I'm quite curious about this as well for folks who are just listening. A very beautiful mirage of colors there. Is that basically your head?
That is my head. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Excellent. No, well, I'm a big fan of the different choices of colors, and again, like artwork for music. That's something else that just no one. I'm assuming there will be people that appreciate it, but I don't think people realize how much of an effort people. Well, some people, artists won't put that much effort into it, but that's something else you also have to consider, artistically speaking, right, Kat?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think most people do put a lot of effort, because when you write something, you always have this kind of vision for it. Just it needs to look good as well on the artwork, or if you make a music video, like everything needs to go together. It can't be random.
Yeah, because and also the way sometimes I always think about artwork, and people have often used this as well. But say, like, for example, and I know what you're gonna say when I say this, but say if you have a vinyl of an album. I know what you're gonna say, so you stop it right there. If you have a vinyl of something of some really nice artwork, wink, wink. You can, it looks amazing on a shelf or like in a cafe or in a bar, and that's the key thing, because the thing is, it's almost like it's like a print of a cultural product, and obviously if it is looking great, looking the part, it almost works as a piece of art that is, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, even if it's really abstract or really random, it can still be sort of judged as a piece of art, especially if the album becomes like iconic. For example, like the Nirvana album with the baby in the swimming pool. Like,
Yeah.
it sounds so random, but everyone knows it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. There's no question to that. I'm just making that random ranting statement as I go, but that was just
No,
something I wanted to
I
share.
agree. Yeah.
But what was it you wanted to say about a vinyl?
Yeah, I guess I can say I did make this album into a vinyl, which is available for order already. The rest of the artwork, I did have a friend helping me, a designer, proper designer, helping me do all the other bits. But this is the cover of it. It's actually, I went to Amsterdam with a friend, and one of the rooms had like a light exhibition thing, and I just took a picture of my shadow with the lights. So that's what it is.
Well, there you go, folks. And that's the other thing as well. Always very interesting context into some artwork as well. But there you go, folks. Obviously, if you vinyl playing lovers there, and of course, if you are one of those that also likes to collect vinyl records for pieces of art, so to speak, to go in your living room, bar, or like funky cafe or whatever, you can definitely have a gander of this piece of artwork that'll look quite fine in a like a hipster cafe thing, near like some vinyl record players or what have you. What was the other question I was going to ask you now? We're going to move back into the writing discussion of the album, and this is something I often think about as well. But when sitting down to write a track, what exactly do you go for? Is it the same every time, or is it the like cliche in the moment thing? What is it you go for?
I fear that I am a cliche. I just kind of go for the moment. It's always different, no? Like sometimes you want to try to make a new or a different drum beat or whatever, and then you end up using it. Or sometimes you just like a melody just pops in your head, and you gotta write it, or hum it to the phone and write it later. I'm sorry, it is a bit of a cliche, but it's whatever I feel like in the moment.
Now it's very interesting you mentioned about the melody that comes into your head. Define that and describe it for people who have never describe it to people who have never like had that sensation before.
It's a bit how would I say? I guess sometimes I'm just doing something and then a melody just comes into my head. Maybe I'm already thinking about music. I'm not too sure. And then if you think in your head, you're like, maybe I could do something with that.
Now, here's the other thing, right? Do you see something in your mind's eye when you hear the noise, or is it just something you hear?
I think I just hear it. Yeah, good question. I think I just hear it.
Yeah, because this is, I know, like, I'm all I'm going to say is I'm no like qualified psychologist, but I often think it's very interesting to witness the phenomena of, I'm going to sound like a schizophrenic now, but like hearing something in your head. But but I don't mean voices. I mean like music. But the other thing I want to ask actually as well is, have you had the same, or do you have the similar scenario where you'll go to sleep and you hear things in the middle of the night? I mean, like music in your head.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had ideas as I'm falling asleep, and then I'm like troubled. Like, do I get up? Do I just fall asleep and lose this one?
Every time, isn't it?
Every time, yeah. That's why you grab your phone and you go to the voice notes and you go la 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 whatever, and then in the morning you decide whether it was actually good or not. I've also have you ever dreamt of full songs? I've had that happen, especially if I'm working on a lot of music.
I have, however, sometimes the music is just not relevant at all. Like I distinctly remember one dream I had. This was a while ago now. It was probably maybe 2 years ago, but I remember it quite clearly. I literally dreamt of a country song, but I thought I don't really make country music, so this is literally does nothing to me. Like
Fair.
I could almost like hear it again now that I'm talking about it again. But yeah, at the time I was thinking when I woke up, I was like, where on earth does that come from? And also, like, I don't do country music, so I'm just gonna let myself forget that. But at the time, I was like, God, like, I do not want to get into country music. No offense to country music lovers, but it's just not my thing. That's all I can say.
I mean, you could
But-
maybe give it to someone else.
Yeah, I could give it to another country folk singer, maybe who's knocking about in the UK. Yeah, let me know if you want. Might have an idea for you. But I will say though, like I'm pretty sure those who have never had the scenario where an idea comes to your head as you're falling asleep, and you have that annoying dilemma of trying to decide if the noise you're hearing is really good enough to get yourself out of bed again and go over to your computer and then turn all the shit on and then get your door open, like the program, not the actual door, and then like to like load up a keyboard or plug it in and then get your speakers on, and then like you gotta fart around trying to get to the piano or a synth, and you're there like trying to hammer out what you are hearing in your head. So you're there like do 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 do. Your neighbors must hate you for stuff like this. I swear to God.
Is this a case used for AI? Being able to hum an idea and get it?
Maybe, hey, maybe,
Yeah.
that you might be on something there, but yes, some people are quite lucky, aren't they? That's all I can say, right, Cam?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that is interesting to know. You are more of an in the moment person, but like the thing is, when you go to sit down, is there not something up here, or is it just more like I'm just gonna touch the keys and see what happens?
I think on the days that I don't have a clear idea, I'll either go through my projects that I'm working on and see if I feel like working on any of them, or I'll do just experiment with something like I said, like do a new drum pattern or use drum sounds that I've never used before and see if something comes out. I find that experimenting is always a good way to spend your time, and I feel like even if you're uninspired, there's always something to do. Like go through your samples or choose a bunch of samples you'd never use and try to make something with that. And accidentally you then get in the moment, so yeah.
I will say though, might just be me, but I always think a word of caution for stuff like that, because I swear I get some form of like, I don't know, creative fatigue if I start mucking around with synths. Like, if when you're just going through them all and you're there just making some noises.
Yeah.
Because the thing I always think, something has to stick in order to like get the ball rolling. But like, I don't know why. Maybe it's for you as well. But like, I cannot listen to like I probably can't listen to any more than like maybe 30 synths. After that, I've got complete fatigue and it's dead for me. Whatever I was going to do, it's gone. Are you the same, or can you listen to loads?
Some days more than others, but I get fatigue as well. I think it's important to know when you're just not, you're just not in it, or maybe just not that song, or just move on to something else, or just get out of the computer completely and go for a walk or something and come back later. I think it's like, because you think you have to be productive, you just sit there and put yourself through that, and then nothing comes out of it, and you think, what have I been doing for almost an hour and I'm still listening to presets or whatever,
right?
There's just no point in it. And I think I've learned to be like, to let go a bit more and just kind of just write a song, and like if it's not flowing, it's not flowing, just do something else and be a bit less precious about things like that.
Do you think it's possible that to actually be like efficient with your time when it comes to making music or getting ideas together, or do you think it just doesn't exist?
Honestly, hard to say.
Like,
I
for
wish.
example, if I was like, if you were to like, I don't know, come back from work or whatever, and you're like, right, I've got 20 minutes to piss about on my
Mhm,
keyboard before I've got to start making my tea or whatever. Do you
mhm.
reckon you could be like, all right, 20 minutes, I'm going to come up with something? Do you think you could do it, or do you think it's more like a, like, yeah? Could you actually put time constraints to these things, or what do you reckon?
You definitely come up with an idea. It's whether it's good or bad is something else. It's a good challenge. I think like do 15, 20 minutes and just write ideas, and then see if anything is actually good. But the scenario you're describing, am I tired from my 9 to 5? Then I think I won't be doing any good thing. So, so I think
Yeah.
it'll be 20 minutes looking at the laptop.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry
yeah.
to say, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one, that is, isn't it? And I will definitely say, and I'm sure you fellow music producers out there listening or watching will get this as well. Is the one thing that will always frustrate me is when like you're working throughout the week or you're doing your shift pattern, whatever it is, and then you've got a day off coming up soon where you've sort of like, a few days ahead of time, you're gonna, you're putting yourself as a mental note to be like, right, that day, I'm gonna just work on some music. It may not have to be pre-existing, but I'm just gonna work on some music and just to try and put something together, right?
Mm.
And then when the day arrives, for whatever reason, you just don't have the mood to do it. You just don't feel like doing it, and you will force yourself because you've told yourself, no, this is your time to do it. And if you don't do it now, you won't have another time to do it. And then you sit down and then nothing happens. How many times has that happened to you?
In the past, more, but I'd say the last 4 or 5 years, I worked on my relationship with music and productivity. And I think I'm better now. I actually think I force myself less and it comes more naturally. I think it really helped me to learn to enjoy my time as well. I think when I was
Mm,
younger, I was always like, if I'm not doing something, I'm wasting my days. Whereas now I'm
yeah.
like, I sit down for 3 hours on a Saturday morning and I'm like, this was pretty good. There's another song, like,
Abundance.
yeah.
Abundance, you call that,
And
right?
yeah, I think it's definitely something about not forgetting to live your life as well, because I don't know. I don't recommend this for people who need like tight schedules, but I got myself a PlayStation 5 last year finally,
Mm.
and I was like, oh, I'm just going to be playing all the time, whatever. And you know what, I wrote an album and also played so many games, so there is time for everything. So yeah, I think it helps, like.
Do you know what? I think for anyone else listening, but I actually, as I was listening to that, that actually hit me quite a bit as well, because you know something, I've got an Xbox now, and I got it. I forget when I got it now. I got it a few months ago, basically, and I was immediately a bit like, I knew I wanted it because I haven't had a console in a very long time, a
Yeah.
few years it's been. But
Mhm.
I was thinking to myself, I hope I don't like just always just want to play games all the time and I don't make any music anymore. But I can also vouch and say that, like, whilst I do like playing video games as well, and I have a bit of time for it, not loads, but I still will have time to muck around with music. But very good, very encouraging advice to people there when it comes to sharing of their free time, so to speak. But I just want to quickly ask you, just going back to the album, when you decided that you were going to do an album which is same but different, now that you've sort of had it released and it's all out there in the open now, is it how you sonically envisaged it at the beginning, or is it completely different at the end?
It. I don't think it is actually. I don't know what I was going for when I started.
Really?
I think I just wanted. I think initially I had very low expectation, and I was just like, I'm just gonna put a bunch of songs together. I have so many. Somehow I never made an album after all these years. Just gonna put a bunch of songs together, and then as I wrote them, And as I realized, like you asked me before, how did you decide which tracks go together and the order of them? I became more and more like, okay, no, this one goes with this one, and that one has to be for something else. And because when you start seeing the project growing and you see I'm actually doing this now, you start to be a bit more like precious about the songs. Like
Yes. Yeah.
like I'm doing all this work, at least it has to sound cohesive. So yeah, I think in the beginning I wasn't sure where I was going. I just knew I wanted to do an album, and then I figured out through the process.
Yeah, and really, yeah, it's probably a good way to go, because obviously if you had your own strict sort of guidelines or criteria that what you want, you'd probably be tearing your hair out about it, like, if you're not meeting it, so to speak.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I had this list of things I wanted to try to do in songs and fit them into the album, and I think I did some of them.
Yeah.
Like I definitely wanted to use more piano and try to do like solos. They're not really solos, but like they're pretty okay. I'm not a pianist by all means, but I was very inspired by Barry Kanswin, so it was like,
Oh, really?
yeah, using a lot of piano like he does. And so yeah, there was things I wanted to try, and then the things that worked I used, and the things that didn't, they just they'll be for something else.
Yeah, and yeah, I can see that, to be fair, because yeah, because I will definitely say that I'm sure there will be people out there right now who are either in the process of making an album, or they are about to finish, or they've just got started. But I think those, if you are in that situation, Kat, what are you saying to them essentially?
What am I saying to people doing an album? I'd
You
say
shit and don't bother.
no, you should definitely do it. I think albums are important. I think for you personally, like to see your own evolution musically, it's really nice. It's really nice to try new things and see if they stick together. I really enjoyed it, and I think it's nice to say like I made an album. Like, I don't know. That was my thing. I wanted to make an album. I thought, I'm making music for so many years. Why the hell do I not have an album? Like that's actually ridiculous. And that's something like, it's your own win, At least do it for yourself to say you've done it,
Well, yeah, that's it, and it is almost like yeah, it is a milestone, because it's the same thing as like those who will, I don't know, compose or whatever, or yeah, like people of that nature. They will, if you've never made a symphony, do you know what I mean? Like, making a symphony is very, very rare. Like, not many people make symphonies nowadays,
Yeah.
and that is a big, song that's kind of like an album.
Yeah.
But
even a musical, like, there's not many people that can write a
well.
musical. You have to think of the story, the characters, the songs, it's insane. Like, it's way more than just an album.
And actually, do you know something? That is a perfect way to slide into my next and last question, just about music. And this is this is a real conceptual question. But if you were to perform this album live, how would you present and perform it? Go.
I haven't thought about that at all.
Oh,
I
come on, Kat.
think I do like, and you know this from when we originally met, like, I do like the live side of an electronic performance. So I'm really trying to get better at piano. So I would try to perform the solos in the songs, maybe, some effects and things like that. So I would definitely try still electronic, still a bit like kind of a DJ set of my own music, but still live if possible. Ableton Push, piano, something like that.
I can sort of see that now. Yeah, sort of like you got like a. Would you say like how can I best describe this? Because I know there are some acts like
It's like
Anima,
Disclosure.
like Disclosure, eh?
Yeah.
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 Because if you're, I remember this from years ago, like 2013 when they were performing live. They actually had those like virtual drum pad things that they
Yeah.
were like, "Doo, doo, doo, doo,
Yeah.
doo." And I thought that's so cool because like it's almost reminds me of like kids drum things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like it just
Yeah.
sort of brought the fun of it back again. Do you know what I
And
mean?
I actually saw Barry Can Swim at, was it Lido or was it one of the festivals in London this last summer? And he had
Okay.
basically a band and a small, not orchestra, but it was a few like violin players and so, and I thought that's like, I think that's maybe the type of electronic music I like, where it's kind of hybrid with real instruments. I think everything else is like synthesized and perfect, and so
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that as well because there is often that sort of like discussion between when you see a DJ live, like how live is it? Because if they're just mixing like from A
yeah,
to B or one to two, three or four, fair enough. But then if they are and always have been a DJ, then you sort of are seeing them live, but they're playing their own tracks that are pre-recorded. Like, do you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
the balance between live and or actually literally playing an instrument. But say if you were on a stage, for example, one of the festivals we were just referring to earlier on in the show, Forbidden Kingdom in Florida. Say if they booked you, which I hope they do, but if they book you for that, and you've got a bit of a budget to like create something on your stage. Now, obviously, you've got a wee table where you got like an Ableton Push and you got a keyboard and all that stuff. How would your live performance look visually? What are you adding to this stage for this live performance?
definitely visuals for all the songs. Definitely, I mean the lights and stuff. I wouldn't do much more than that initially. I think it would be cool to have a bit of sometimes people do like a personalized desk, like it has lights in it or maybe a logo
Yes.
or something. That would be really cool because then as well it's easy to take out and put back together rather than like we did, like here's my computer, here's my interface, and then my keyboard, and then my this and my that. So that would be ideal.
Yeah, like for example, I remember years ago again, I saw Teed, or his long name is totally enormous extinct dinosaurs, and one
Yeah.
of the things he had, which I thought was brilliant, was he'd have his wee table in the middle. It was sort of like a C shape, and he would be stood there in a costume as well. Why not? But then he'd have like sort of like they look like the scales of a dinosaur, obviously, and there were like three of them, like sort of behind, so to speak, and they would
That's
sort of
cool.
like flash in between. And it was one of those where it's like you don't really see that nowadays, but it's just a nice touch, so to speak. But
Yeah.
you, as you mentioned, what would you say? Like, I don't know, maybe like a big LED screen at the back with
Yeah.
preloaded visuals, but visuals representing each track.
Yeah, definitely things like lots of colors, maybe like universe inspired, and lift off and
Well, yeah, I can
so-
definitely imagine like lift off. Obviously, you'd have to go for it and have like strobe flashing lights,
yeah,
and then like a
spaceship.
rocket. Oh, like you can just see it, can't you? Absolutely.
Yeah,
But like, what would you do for Get Me High?
that has to be a fun one. That has to be maybe dancers. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. What would you say?
Screen full of like marijuana or something like that.
Oh my god, no! It just happened to say that. I didn't
People
mean
look
for
and
it
be like,
to
oh, that's what this is about.
be.
got some good stuff.
I didn't mean for it to be about that. That's just what the sample said.
Ah.
Sorry to disappoint.
I tell you what, hey, I tell you what would be a really interesting one would be My Girl, My World. That'd be I'm sure that you could well obviously you wouldn't go full cliche with Love Hearts, but like
Mm.
yeah, that I think that would be an interesting visual as well in the background.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
really like
or
the piano on that one too. Yeah, that would be fun to
yeah,
play.
even visuals like that of like a like some sort of like a dancing piano thing that like lights up with all the different keys or something like that. I'm just giving you some ideas. If anyone wants to do
Thanks.
that.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the brainstorming session. It's making me want to do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just sort of prepping you if anyone comes to say, right, we need, we've got a budget, we need to create a live performance here, and yeah, this is what you could do. In closing, I've got a few questions for you, just in regards to. Oh wait, do you know what? I've actually got a question here about the album, but I don't know why I've put it in personal questions. Which, yeah, I'm not sure why I've done that. But this other question I'll just quickly ask, just whilst we're wrapping up. In the build-up to the album release, how were you feeling about it? Were you feeling excited, relieved, or a bit nervous or scared? What were your initial feelings about it?
I was just happy that I've done it. No expectations whatsoever. No, like I was excited. I've made an album, but I was mostly, to be honest, I was so busy with life, as you know, that I was just like, I know it's coming out in January, but right now I've got all these other things to do.
Mm,
But I keep trying to like, yeah, I'm just happy that I've done it. That was my personal goal. Everything else is a plus.
I see. Do you know, I actually think the way that you've come about making the album is probably the best way anyone should approach their first album.
Mm,
Decrease their expectations, don't have a criteria, go for the goal of just making an album. Do not have any expectations about how it's going to go in the end, but just get to the finish line
yeah,
of an album.
yeah.
In your opinion, the definition between EP and album, where does that sit with you in terms of the amount of tracks?
I think EP I would do as many as 6 tracks, and then album is anything above that.
So album would be 6 plus.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm not actually sure. I'm assuming there is some form of definition between EP and album, but like, yeah, just to sort of give some clarity. So if there's any poor folks out there that has just done 6, they're now probably thinking, "Oh God, I've got to do another one." So it's an album. Oh
just do
God.
an intro and an outro, and that's it.
Yeah, let's throw in a quick like piano solo, and it can be a wee interlude or something like that. You know what I mean? In closing, just whilst I've got the album up as well, obviously, you finished Same But Different. What are the next things? What are the next things? What are the next things? I'm sorry, I'm reading my question. I think I've written it right. What are the next things you are going to work on? Oh no, that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. What are the next things you're going to work on, Kat?
Yeah, I've been writing, definitely. I am doing long form social media, so YouTube. I'm putting a bit of effort into that. Again, no expectations, but I feel like it's a really good place to just see your growth as an artist, as a producer, and it's a good way to share as well. So I'm still on the like kind of semi promoting time of the album, but I have been writing as well, and I've been doing a lot of pop music, hopefully for other people too. I am a commercial kind of person, so I like a good pop music challenge, which, as people say, is harder than you think. So yeah, but I definitely maybe thinking about another album. We'll see. Yeah.
Oh God, you've heard
It
it
was
now, folks.
it was so fun to do this one though, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, we love that. I'll just quickly, before I ask the question, because it's rather specific, but I've got here to ask you that you have recently moved before I mention from where and to where, do you want me to share that, or would you prefer to keep that private? It's completely up to you.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, as long as it's
Okay.
generalized. So,
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Christ, I'm not going to give you out the address. Don't worry. I don't know anyway.
No, only joking.
But essentially, you have recently moved away from London, UK, not Canada, to New York City.
Yeah.
How are you adjusting to life over there in closing?
Yeah, it's great. I'm really happy here. I'm enjoying meeting a lot of people, trying to network. It's been snowing. It's actually snowing right now, so it's really lovely. At least to be
Wow.
at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, there's definitely a good vibe here. Yeah.
Have you developed a New Yorker accent yet? You're still working on that, are you?
I spent so many years in the UK and I didn't develop a UK accent. So
For God's sake.
I don't think.
You're not sounding like me and Dave from up north. No.
No.
No. Well, the
No.
funny thing is, I'm not even from Yorkshire. I'm from near Liverpool, so
Liverpool.
my accent flippy flops all over the place. Just quickly as well, just before we finish, have you tried out any of the New York City nightlife yet, or any of the live music spots?
I've not, but I'm planning to soon. Yeah. I met
nah.
someone who knows a lot of DJs. So yeah.
Yeah, it's the best way, and of course, obviously, because you have only just moved over there, obviously, you're not going to be like going out straight away unless it's you're fully settled over there. But
Yeah.
one thing we can mention, obviously, this is what we highlighted quite significantly in the previous episodes, is just about Brooklyn Mirage. Don't know whether you were aware of it as well, but it was a huge outdoor space. It has now closed down permanently, but Albert's Hall, no, not Albert's Hall. Great Hall and Webster Hall, it might be called, or the Big Hall. I forget what it is now. But for those in New York, apart from UCAP, but like unless you know as well, let us know or remind me of what they were again. But they are some great spots to go out to. Are there anything on your list of places to try yet?
No, I'm afraid not. But there is a few cool places around where I live that do allow you to do DJ sets. So I'm gonna start with that.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Some are linked to radios. Some are, record your own session kind of thing. So I'm gonna go there and see what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you what, again, I think essentially what you've done is you've moved from one melting pot to the other, really, haven't you?
Yeah.
In terms of cultural and music and so on and so on. As part of the wrapping up process, let me just provide everyone with a wee bit of an ending statement. But if people want to stream/download the album, same but different, they can do so by visiting bandcamp.com and searching for The Last of Cat, all as one word, and looking for same but different. Alternatively, you can enter this into your browser, thelastofcat.bandcamp.com. Cat is also thelastofcat.music on Instagram and at The Last of Cat on YouTube. For further sounds and similar sounds to Cat, you can also look up Cat's Spotify playlist known as The Last of Cat, and you can look up that and more through her link tree, which is linktr.ee/thelastofcat.music. Have I got everything there for your socials and everything?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Banging. And I guess some of the other things we'll just quickly mention before we finish. That you can order a vinyl for the album, right?
Yeah.
And so if someone orders it, they're gonna get that within like how many days?
It's probably 2-3 weeks because it's print on demand. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay. Gotcha. Well, there you go, folks. So, yeah, for any of you vinyl-loving people out there as well, highly recommend getting the debut album, Last of Cat, same but different, because it's got some banging colours on it as well as a wee bit of art as well. And just quickly as well, before we finish as well, as mentioned, Cat is also on YouTube as well at The Last of Cat. Just quickly, briefly mention again what is on your YouTube channel and why should people subscribe, and do it in about 20 seconds. Go.
Yeah, I'm sharing the production for all the songs of this album, but I'm planning also to do just production stuff of other songs, or questions people have, or even challenges. Yeah.
Brilliant. And I tell you what, I'm not to shit on Dan or anything, but bloody hell, like if I could ask him to do something brief, he never is. He tells us the whole story of the world before he gets to this point. But yeah, you've done that remarkably well.
Thank you.
So that is more or less it, everyone. Let me remind you all, you can watch or listen to the podcast on YouTube or Spotify or wherever you get your podcast from, or direct on Changing Faces Radio. Check out our latest updates at Hey Changing Faces on both Instagram and Facebook, or change it at Changing Faces RS on X. And for anything else, you can visit changingfaces.live. And I've just seen we've gone to 2 hours. So thanks again, everyone, for joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode. And Kat, thank you very much for joining us. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.